Welcome to War India News Hour. Identity theft becoming a major concern and can happen to anyone. Never give out your personal or banking information over calls. They can be used to access your accounts. Mumbai and Pune police departments have been on top of their social media game, whether it be sensitizing people about cybersecurity or making them aware about precautionary measures against the novel coronavirus. Both the teams have been pro at it. Not only can identified threat cause financial loss and stress, it can take months or even years to stop fraudulent activities and clear your name. Identity theft can negatively affect your credit report, cause employment issues, and impact your ability to get loans and open credit cards. Identity theft can happen to anyone. The US Federal Trade Commission, that is FTC, estimates that 9 million Americans have their identity stolen every year. According to the US Department of Justice, that is DOJ, a victim of identity theft on average loses about $1,000, though some experience damages in the millions. Hence, it is advised to everyone a fraud alert can be placed on your credit report with any of the major credit bureaus, that is TransUnion, Experian and Equifax. Placing a fraud alert with one credit bureau automatically enables the alert for the other bureaus too. Globally, the number of internet users increased very rapidly and there were more than 1.8 billion websites online in 2019 and that approximately 14,281 new websites were being created every day. This brings potential threat to all. Let's look into today's headlines in War India. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman to present Union Budget 2021 today. Finance Minister Nirmala Sitharaman is set to present Union Budget 2021-22 today. She is likely to use a tablet computer to deliver a paperless budget address. This budget assumes greater significance as it comes amid the novel coronavirus pandemic, which has led to massive economic disruption in India. As per Deloitte, the company's budget recommendations are anchored around three themes, that is, build a stronger foundation today, prepare for tomorrow's opportunities, and grow beyond borders to make an impact in the long run. Government to regulate the content on OTT platforms, says Javadekar. Union Information and Broadcasting Minister Prakash Javadekar had said that the government will soon announce its guidelines for the functioning of over-the-top, that is OTT platforms. He also said that the ministry has received a lot of complaints about OTT content. The Ministry of Information and Broadcasting, that is MIB, had recently sought clarifications from Amazon Prime Video after receiving a complaint from BJP MP Manoj Kotak about the web series Tandav. FIRs were also registered against the web series in multiple states. He further said films and serials released on OTT platforms and digital newspapers do not come under the purview of the Press Council Act, Cable Television Networks Regulation Act or Censor Board. Government aims to transform India through access, inclusion, empowerment, says PM Modi. Addressing the World Economic Forum's online Davos Agenda Summit, Prime Minister Narendra Modi interacted with global business leaders and said India offers a predictable and friendly environment from tax regime to FDI norms. He said Atmanirbhar Bharat movement is committed to global good and global supply chain while the country's digital profile has been completely transformed. India is focusing on sustainable urbanization with focus on ease of living, ease of doing business and climate-sensitive development. Ministry notifies Rs 945 crores seed fund for startups. The government has approved the creation of a Startup India Seed Fund scheme, that is SISFS, worth 945 crores for 2021-25 to offer early stage funding to startups for proof of concept, prototype development, product trials, market entry and commercialization. the Department for Promotion of Industry and Internal Trade, that is DPIIT, said that preference would be given to startups offering solutions in sectors including social impact, waste management, water management, financial inclusion, education, agriculture, food processing, biotechnology, healthcare, energy, mobility, defense, space, railways, oil and gas, textiles, etc. Bitcoin is expected to break down, says BIS chief. Bitcoin may break down altogether, according to BIS General Manager Augustin Carstens, who has also poured cold water on stablecoin projects such as the Facebook-led Diem, and argued that if digital currencies are needed, they should be issued by central banks. Bitcoin is more of a speculative asset than money that should perhaps be seen more like a community of online gamers who exchange real money for items that only exist in cyberspace, said Carsten in his speech on digital currencies to the Hoover Institute. Tesla sues former employee for stealing the software code. Tesla has sued Alex Katilov, a former employee, for allegedly stealing company information. He stole files from the company's internal network related to its Warp Drive software. This software is used to automate many of the company's business processes. In the lawsuit, Tesla alleged that Katilov moved files to his personal Dropbox account and that he was one of the few company employees who had access to that file. However, Katilov has told Tesla investigators that he forgot about moving the files to his personal Dropbox when confronted and that he had unintentionally moved the files. Microsoft achieves its first milestone for hitting $5 billion in gaming revenue. Microsoft has crossed the $5 billion mark in gaming revenue in a quarter. The achievement for the quarter that ended on December 31st was highlighted by none other than Microsoft CEO Satya Nadella in the company's earnings call. The observations were recorded revenue growth of Xbox hardware to 86% with the launch of the new console by lowering price promotions on prior generation consoles also helped Microsoft increase its sales. Further, Nadella said, "We have exceeded $2 billion in revenue from third-party titles this quarter for the first time. Over the next few months, Microsoft is planning to bring cloud gaming and Game Pass to iOS devices and Windows PCs," said Nadella. HMD to launch more affordable 5G Nokia smartphones in India. HMD is planning to launch at least 4 5G Nokia smartphones in 2021. Two of them may even get launched in the first quarter of 2021. One of them will be powered by Snapdragon 690 and another by Snapdragon 480 processor. Sanmeet Kochar, HMD Global Vice President, said Indian market is important for Nokia phones but will also matter from the sourcing point of view. HMD Global is closely evaluating India as an export hub too. A man from Hyderabad lost Rs 3 lakhs in fake Bitcoin trade by cyber crooks. A man from Hyderabad fell prey to online fraudsters and lost Rs 2.89 lakhs to them. The accused allegedly duped the man through online advertisements and fake Bitcoin trade. 3 persons whose antecedents are not known yet were booked. The victim came across an advertisement on Telegram offering various financial investment schemes and fell for it. He was included in a Telegram group by the accused and made to believe that the persons who are facilitating the Bitcoin trade are foreign nationals whose names went by Amanda William, Lucy Alton and Jeremy Williams. The trio has been booked under the IT Act. Rajiv Ranjan has been appointed as the Chief Secretary of Tamil Nadu. The Tamil Nadu government appointed Rajiv Ranjan, a senior IAS officer, as Chief Secretary. The centre had approved the appointment of Mr. Ranjan to his parent cadre, Tamil Nadu, on the request of the state government. Ranjan also belongs to the 1985 batch of the Indian Administrative Service and has held the post of Union Secretary for Fisheries, Animal Husbandry and Dairy Development in New Delhi and relieved from that post to return to Tamil Nadu. He will attain superannuation on September 30, 2021. To conclude, a Unfortunately, data is stolen on the internet every day. Personal data including social security numbers, credit card numbers, email addresses, phone numbers, birthdays, driver's licenses and more are all collected and sold on the dark web. Not many of us have the time or skill to track down our stolen information, so enabling dark web monitoring can help you stay aware of when websites you frequent have had data breaches that put you at risk of identity threat. Turn on dark web monitoring so that you know when to update passwords and keep a sharper eye out for fraudulent activities. Keep your devices clean and up to date. Be sure to regularly apply updates to your software and hardware as they often contain important security fixes. Regularly clean your browser cache to remove cookies. Set a reminder in your calendar once or twice a year to remove apps and extensions you are no longer using. Check your privacy permissions across your accounts, update passwords and run a security scan on your devices. By keeping your devices clean and patching security issues, you are eliminating vulnerabilities that thieves can exploit to steal your personal information. Stay suspicious of people asking for information. Look carefully at links, attachments and requests for information. Be cautious about unsolicited communication both from friends and strangers. If you are unsure, ask them for more information and let them know if their account seems to be hacked. Do not give anyone your personal information over the phone, especially if someone calls you claiming to be a tech support, the bank or the IRS. It is advised to use a password-protected Wi-Fi network and never do anything sensitive when on open, unsecured Wi-Fi. With this, let's wind up for the day. Like, share, comment and subscribe to War India News Magazine. You can download the War India app from Google Play Store for the latest news and updates. Stay tuned and have a nice day.